So we're starting class with this quote by Melody Beatty, and I got to go into school and get my stuff. I got my Power Thought cards back. Yay! I have my Melody Beatty Journey to the Heart book, so I'm going to read from this at the end of class, but I'm going to start with a different quote of hers today, and I sent you the picture on it. Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. In terms of what we have, it turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos to order, confusion to clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, a stranger into a friend. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. And if we think about gratitude, all the studies on gratitude, and there's a lot, actually all the studies on happiness. If you've read the Happiness Project or the Happiness Effect, there's about 10 different famous PhDs in psychology that have studied people that are happy. And one thing that every single person that has just a lot of happiness in their life is that they do daily demonstrations of gratitude. It might be that they have a gratitude journal, or they keep a log of things that they're happy about, or they have some kind of daily ritual where they say a gratitude. Maybe it's in their prayers. Maybe it's at dinner. They have a family discussion about it. My son and I have a ritual when we're driving into school in the morning. We say things that we're thankful for. So bringing in gratitude, the more that we say what we are thankful for, the more we actually start to appreciate those things, and it increases our overall baseline happiness. So just something to think about as we get into class today. So we're going to start on our back. No, we're not. We're going to start in child's pose. So coming into child's pose, whatever variation of child's pose feels good. So maybe with our arms extended, maybe with our knees wide, maybe with our hands by our feet, finding a version of child's pose that feels good. And then just start by gently rolling our forehead side to side. Taking some deep breaths, releasing any tension that's in our neck. And while we're here, and we breathe, because we've just put a little compaction on our core, thinking about breathing deep into our lungs, but laterally. So if we can expand out through our sides and breathe through the sides of our body. Finding any version of a breath that feels good. Maybe we're doing Ujjayi breathing. Maybe we're doing a 3-part breath. If we're hot, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And if we're not hot, keeping all our breath in and out of the nose. And while we're here in child's pose, thinking about something we're grateful for today. Maybe it's the sunshine. Maybe it's that we have the luxury of being in our own space. Maybe it's our providers, parents, whoever. Maybe it's our health. Taking another breath here. And then when we're ready, inhaling, shifting our shoulders over hands, coming into a kneeling plank, and then exhaling back to child's pose, moving into a flow with this. So moving with our breath, inhaling as we come up, tight through the belly, exhaling as we come back. Just warming up our shoulders and our hips. Taking one more press front to back, and then next time we're forward, holding our kneeling plank, and then exhaling down to the earth, down to the floor, and taking a few breaths, lifting through the head, coming into just a baby cobra. Maybe if it feels good, we're lifting our fingers and hands off the floor. Taking one more cobra. And our next inhale, popping back up. Exhaling as we push up into our kneeling plank and exhaling back to child's pose. Tucking our toes under our feet. And we're going to bring our heels back, lift our knees, and find a down dog. Cuddling out our feet. Stretching out through the backs of the legs. Maybe bending our knees and finding some more length in the upper body. Maybe swaying side to side, and then we're ready, walking our feet into our hands, softening our knees, taking a gentle sway side to side, maybe shaking our head, no, yes, maybe. And then when we're ready, bending the knees, inhaling as we circle sweep the arms, coming up into mountain, exhaling as we bring the hands down. Just outside our hips, and then rolling one shoulder and the other, alternating side to side. And then switching direction of that shoulder roll. And then rolling both. Feeling that chest expansion today, we want to think like, you know that part of the Grinch where his heart grows? Every time we open up our chest, we want our heart to grow, making that big expansion there. And then opening wide along the long edge of our mat or towel, turning out our toes, inhaling up, 5-pointed star, exhaling down, finding our moonflower flow. And if we feel like it, we can add that hinge forward and move into sunflowers, or we can stay with moonflowers, whichever's feeling better on our body today. Breathing out as we sink down and inhaling as we reach up, taking one more flow. And then let's come to the top of our mat for mountain, coming into our first sun salutation. So we're going to add a humble warrior into our sun salutation today. So taking a big breath in, exhaling as we hinge forward, stepping back with our right knee. And we're going to bring our hands behind us, inhaling as we open up through the chest, finding a little bit of chest expansion, lifting the upper body, exhaling as we come back down, bringing the left foot back, pressing back into child's pose. Inhaling as we come forward into plank, exhaling as we lower down, and then inhale, pressing up into full cobra or up dog, exhaling as we press back. Bringing the right foot forward, inhaling up, and as we exhale, hinging forward, reaching behind us, opening up again into that chest expansion. Exhaling down, tucking the left foot in and stepping in, hands on our shins, inhaling as we come halfway up. Exhaling down, soften our knees, circle sweep our arms up. Exhaling to chair. Inhaling up, taking one more forward fold, this time stepping back with the left knee. Interlacing our arms behind us, finding that chest opener, hinging forward. Coming back up, releasing the hands to the floor, bringing the right foot back, Excuse me, doggy. Coming back to child's pose. Inhaling as we come into our kneeling plank or full plank. Exhaling down, chaturanga, and then inhaling up dog or cobra. Exhaling back. This time we're bringing our left foot forward. Reaching behind us again, finding that humble warrior, humble kneeling warrior. Bringing our hands back to the floor, tucking the right foot, stepping in, hands on our shins as we come halfway up. Exhaling down, inhaling up, and finding a chair. Coming back up and exhaling down. Coming back to mountain. Rolling our shoulders and making any kind of movement that feels good. Maybe we want to rock side to side. So we're going to take a big breath in and up with our hands and exhale with some moonflower arms. Holding up like our elbows at 90-degree angles. Taking a big breath in, squeezing our shoulder blades together, and exhaling as we bring those elbows together. So taking a flow here, inhaling and open, exhaling, close. And this is also our cat and cow, so we're arching and rounding. Finding that opening through the chest. And as we do this, we're going to add a chair into here. So inhaling, open, exhaling as we come into chair. Taking this gentle flow. We're preparing to go into eagle. And then taking the right arm underneath the left. And if it feels okay, interlacing the hands, or just letting them sit cross, wherever feels better. We're exhaling down into our chair. So right now, whichever arm is on top, that leg comes up and over. So we can tap this foot on the floor if we like, or we could hook it behind the other foot. We're sitting down, finding eagle. And then taking a breath in, bringing our elbows up. So from the side, I can't get there quickly. From the side, finding that press up. Taking one more breath. Inhaling, press up, extend through the spine, open up the elbows, open up the arms. Exhale as we turn our hands down, thumbs toward each other, interlace our fingers behind us and find some chest expansion. Leading from our heart, opening up. And releasing, coming back to center, bringing our hands back up to five-pointed star, exhaling down to our goalposts, and then taking a few breaths, exhaling forward, inhaling open. When we're ready, adding that rounded back, expanded back. Taking one more flow here, and then bringing our left arm underneath our right. We're still bringing down, then bringing the right leg up and over. Finding that eagle, and then when we're ready, lifting up the elbows, finding a tall upper body, pulling in with our belly. Breathing deeply. Inhale as we press up, stand through the spine, release the arms, open wide. And then exhale, rotate our thumbs down, interlace our fingers, and find that chest expansion again. We also could stay here, or we could add that hinge, resting our upper body on our thighs. Whichever one feels better today. It's warm in my house. Whew, it's like summertime. Releasing our arms, coming back to center, rolling our shoulders. Let's open up our toes a little bit towards the corner and take a long lateral flexion through our side. Exhale down. Releasing any tension that's in the side body. how we started class, breathing into the sides of our body. Can we do that as we find our lateral flexion? Inhaling through the right side. Taking one more on either side. Coming back into our mountain Tadasana, feet hip distance apart. Now moving toward tree. So rotating the shoulders back, palms forward, and then shifting our weight into the left foot, unweighting the right, bringing the knee up, and then when we're ready, opening up the knee, either resting the foot on the bottom of the calf or down on the floor, bringing it up into the inner thigh, and then finding any arms that feel good in our body today. What variation of tree? I'm gonna go high, feels good. And then thinking about our left foot, imagining we're growing roots down into the earth. They're helping stabilize us and nourish us, bringing us water and minerals. Taking one more breath here. Inhaling. And as we exhale, releasing the hand and the foot, coming back down to heart center with our hands and feet hip distance apart. And just closing our eyes and taking a moment, taking a gratitude. Maybe we thank our body for being able to move us through these poses. Noticing how we're feeling. Shifting our weight into the left foot. Unweighting our weight into the right foot. Unweight our left foot. Lifting the knee and then turning out. Finding our lower part of our tree. Getting balance there, and then finding whatever arms feel good in tree on this side. Stabilizing our core, pulling in through our belly, all the way up through the spine, growing our roots down through our right foot. Taking one more breath here, exhaling as we come back down. Regrounding. Paying attention to our breath. And giving ourselves permission to just be with ourselves. Letting go of other thoughts, letting them blow away like clouds. Shifting back into our left foot, unweighting our right foot. Bringing our knee forward and flexing our foot. So we have some options here. We can keep our knee high. We can grab it with the left hand and open up the right. We could grab it with the right hand and open out to the right and reach to the left. Ooh. I'm not so stable on that side today. Finding our balance in any variation of this, or if we're feeling real flexible and it is warm, we could shoot for a big toe hold. So we grab the big toe. I can get my balance. Grab our big toe and then extend out. We could be in front, we could be to the side, we could grab our big toe with the other hand and extend out, or we have those options with our knee. Today, I personally am keeping my knee back. But find whichever balance one feels good to you. Maybe it feels really good on our hips. Inhaling as we come back to center, and we're going to bring that knee down. Bring our foot behind us, reach back with our right hand, grab the back of that ankle, the inside of the ankle. Woo. Preparing for dancer, inhaling up and exhaling as we hinge forward. We could use a chair. My balance on my right side today is just not there. We could also stay upright in dancer. Honoring our journey, finding the place where we can hold for a breath or two. And then releasing, coming back into mountain, closing our eyes, taking a breath in through the nose and out through the mouth, letting it out loudly with a big if that feels good, maybe taking a few more breaths like that. Shifting our weight into the right foot, inhaling as we bring the left knee up. And then finding whichever variation on this leg that feels good. Right, we have all of these different options. My balance on my left foot is much more solid today. Digging down, rooting down through our foot, pulling in with our belly, helping hold us steady. Inhaling as we come back to center. Bringing our knee down, reaching around with the left hand, grabbing the inside of the ankle. Right hand goes up, and when we're ready, either hinging forward, finding dancer on this leg, or staying tall. Flexing through our foot. Taking one more breath, inhaling back up. Exhale, releasing, coming back to earth. Whew, closing our eyes. Regrounding. Reconnecting. Coming to the top of our mat. Taking a big breath in. We're going to bring our feet sole to sole. And as we exhale, hinging down, coming into chair. So either keeping our arms out or bringing them in. And then moving to balancing chair. So as we inhale, lifting the heels, we're balancing on the balls of the foot, using all 10 toes to help stabilize us. Deep breaths. And if we're feeling hot, exhale through the mouth. Noticing where we're working. And then dropping the heels, hinging forward, opening up hip distance, taking a breath here, so feet hip distance apart. Inhaling as we come up into a flat back, finding airplane. And we can choose our arms. Pinkies up, hands out to the side. We could be reaching down to the floor to a block. Any variation of airplane that feels good. Pulling in through our belly, straightening through our spine, through the crown of our head. If it feels okay, shifting our weight forward, just lifting our heels a few times. Feeling that lift. Keeping in our airplane, shifting our weight into our right foot. Unweighting our left foot behind us and lifting the heel up, toe pointed down. We could use a block. We can reach out in front of us as we find warrior three. And if we like, we could add that transition, turning our foot perpendicular to the floor, opening up and finding balancing half moon. Either warrior three or balancing half moon, whichever one feels better today. Taking one more breath. Woo. Bringing that foot back down, inhaling as we soften the knees, circles we love. And take an exhale. Rolling the shoulders back and down. Taking a big breath in. Hinging forward, finding our airplane again. Pulling in with our belly, shifting our weight into our left foot. Bringing our right foot up as we move our way toward warrior three. And we have all those options. We could also open up the right hand, turn our foot perpendicular to the floor and find balancing half moon. Or in our warrior three, whichever one is feeling better today. Take one more breath. Inhaling as we come back into mountain, lacing our fingers, pointing to the sky, and then arching through our back volcano. Exhaling down, bringing fists behind us, opening our chest, finding a standing camel, opening our heart. Taking one more breath here. Inhaling as we come back to upright. Release the hands down. Catch our breath. If we want a little bit of challenge, we can work our way towards crow. Inhaling up. Exhaling, forward fold. Bending at the elbows, squeezing the backs of our arms with our knees. Coming up into crow, or if we're not up for that today, coming down, opening up our feet, dropping our heels, and coming into BalanceAndGratitude garland. Either one, crow or garland. Whatever's feeling better. Playing with it maybe. Prepping for crow. Balance poses are challenging. Taking one more breath. Release our hands down. And then we're going to work our way into a seated position. Bring our feet sole to sole. Flap our butterfly wings, our knees a little bit. Take a breath here. Lengthen through our crown, and then exhale, hinging forward. Straightening back up, unhinging back to upright. Extending our right foot, bringing our left foot in, inhaling up. Exhaling as we hinge forward to the right foot. Our toe and knees are pointed straight to the sky. Walking ourselves back up. Bringing our left knee up and reaching up with our right hand as we exhale, wrapping it around our knee. Then opening up the left arm, inhaling as we twist through our spine, looking back over the shoulder. Inhaling as we unwind, extending our left foot, bringing our right foot in, the arch of the foot into our inner thigh. Inhaling up, flexing through the left foot, hinging forward as we exhale, bringing our nose toward our knee. Coming back to upright, bringing the right knee in, inhaling up with the left arm. Exhale as we wrap it around. Reaching out with the right hand, and then inhale as we twist through the spine, looking back to the right hand. Inhaling as we unwind back to center. And we're going to make our way back onto our hands and knees. Walk our knees behind us a little bit, our hands in front of us a little bit. So slowly working our way from a kneeling plank all the way down onto our belly. And walk our elbows underneath our shoulders, pressing down with our palms, taking a big breath in as we lift up into Sphinx. Squeezing the shoulder blades down and away from our ears. Seeing how high we can lift our Sphinx. Take you one more breath, slowly exhaling down, opening up the elbows, setting our cheek to one hand, and lifting our heels, taking a little sway side to side. Coming back down. And either returning to Sphinx or bringing our hands behind us with our pinkies up, inhaling as we lift our toes and our crown. Coming into locust. Taking one more breath here, locust or Sphinx, exhaling as we come down. Again, stacking our hands and turning our opposite cheek down, bringing our heels up and taking a little windshield wiper. Releasing any tension that's in our spine. Bringing our feet back down, sliding our hands under our shoulders. Inhaling as we press up into kneeling plank and exhaling back, finding child's pose. And maybe we want our knees a little bit wider for child's pose. We might choose to take final relaxation here today. Or maybe we want to take it to try something different. Take it on our belly, stacking our hands and setting our forehead down. Or maybe we want to come onto our back, find Shavasana or a supine butterfly. Any variation that feels good and relaxing. Maybe try something different than what is our normal relaxation. As we exhale, melting into the floor, releasing any tension, making any micro movements we need to make to release anything we're carrying. May 29th. Let the past slip away. Gently, lovingly, leave past moments behind. You can't lose love. You don't need to hang on so tightly. If the lesson has been learned, if it is time to move on, let the past slip away. Come into the present moment. Discover all that's there for you. Clinging to the lessons, people, and feelings from yesterday will keep you tired, confused, and afraid. Shed the tears that need to be shed. Feeling your grief will help bring about your transformation. Then say your goodbyes. Be glad you had the experiences you did. Be grateful for all you've learned about yourself about love. Then gently move into today. Stop believing in loss. Start believing in life, in growth. Let the past slip away. Come gratefully and gently into the now. Feeling free to stay wherever we're at for a little bit, or making our way onto our side, taking a few breaths. Giving ourselves a moment of gratitude before we head into the rest of our day. We thank ourselves for taking the time to take care of ourselves today. Taking a big breath in, making our way onto one side if we aren't already there. And pressing ourselves up into a seated position, stacking our vertebrae tall. Sitting in an easy seated, comfortable, crisscross applesauce. Inhale as we reach up to the sky, bringing our hands together overhead. Exhaling as we come to heart center. May you feel love. May you be love. May you give love and be grateful. Happy Friday.